What's going on, guys? It says we're live, so hopefully we are, because Instagram isn't playing ball at the moment. So we're just on Facebook and YouTube. We're actually on Facebook and YouTube. And today we are going to talk a little bit about motivation because no one's feeling motivated at the minute. I know personally I'm not. I'm sick. So in addition to me not feeling motivated, I'm actually be coughing and spluttering through this whole live. So I'll try my very best to keep it in. But yeah, we're just going to talk about motivation because it's one of the main things that people say, oh, I'm really struggling with my weight loss. And I'm like, why? And they say, I'm just not motivated. Or I'm struggling with motivation. Excuse me. Oh my gosh. This is going to be one of those sessions, I think. So we're going to just jump straight in. At this point of the year, everyone's a bit like, I'd rather be binging cheese and dipping chicken nuggets in brie or in some other sort of cheese that my brain is not working at the minute, rather than going for a walk or eating a salad. Not that we eat salad in winter, but people just don't want to do it. People are unmotivated and they're thinking ahead. They're thinking, next week is New Year's and I'm just going to give up until then. Like when January the 1st comes, that's it. I'm going to be super, super good. I'm going to lose that weight. This year's going to be so different. But as soon as that motivation starts to slip, you're going to be like, oh, fuck this. Like, no, this is not happening. Like, I do this over and over and over. And you're literally going to be here this time next year, guys, saying, this year, definitely. I remember early on this year, I was making TikToks or Instagram reels, and I was saying, it's been 1 Monday since you said you start. It's been 2 Mondays, it's been 6 Mondays, it's been 12 Mondays. 12 Mondays is like March time, something like that. So you are still like letting yourself go. It's been 52 Mondays. Oh, is it 52, 53? Been 50 odd Mondays since you said you start, guys, and you're still in the exact same position. So what can you do? Or why? Why are you not motivated? Why are you struggling with the motivation? We've got 3 things here. There's probably a ton more, but we're just going to go briefly through 3 of them. And then we're going to tell you some tactical advice that you can go ahead and implement straight away so you can start to feel a little bit more motivated. So I think the first one is people don't feel motivated because they always feel like they're chasing their tail. Like, you're like, right, Monday, I'm going to start. And then you got parents' evening, or your kid's sick, or you have to work late, or you forgot your sports bra. You've got to go all the way home. You can't be bothered.
Happens all the time.
It happens all the time. Or like your spare underwear or something like that. Always happens. And then you're like, I'm not going to do this today. I'm not going to do it. Or you're like, okay, yeah, well, I went to the gym after I got my kid to the dad's or whatever. My partner was back, looked after the kid. I managed to drag myself to the gym. Then you go home and you're like, oh, I can't bother to eat now. It's too late. I can't bother to cook. Then you haven't got lunch for tomorrow. You grab a Starbucks or you grab a Greg's or something. And then the same thing goes round and round and round. So you always feel like you're chasing tail. And what this is lack of preparation. So it's not lack of preparation that's making you unmotivated. It's the lack of time. So because you're unprepared, you haven't got the time to be going to the gym and just relaxing. You haven't got time to go to the gym, then eat, and then relax. You're just like, oh my God, now I've got to think of this. Oh my God, I've got to go to bed. What am I going to do? I haven't had my macros. I'm still overeating. I'm still undereating, wherever it is. Now I've got to go to bed. I'm going to have shit night's sleep because I'm really wired because I had that coffee before I went to the gym, blah, 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 blah. And all of a sudden, everything's gone to shit. So you need to be prepared. Like, I can't stress this enough. If you say I haven't got time, like, go look yourself in the mirror and tell yourself you haven't got time. You're lying. You all have time to be going to the gym. How often would you say is their bare minimum someone goes to the gym and get results? A week, per week.
I think you can get good results on like at least 2 45-minute sessions. You could be in there, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
Yep.
Get it done, follow a program, understand how to like progressively make your workouts harder. And then that's it. It's just staying consistent with that.
So 45 minutes a day, twice a week is not difficult, guys. You can find that. Even if it means waking up 45 minutes early and going to the gym, even if it means not watching TikTok, scrolling through your phone for an hour and a half a night, even if it means just watching one of those episodes of Emily in Paris on Netflix instead of 2, 3, 4, or 5. We're in episode 6, I think. We're way into it, aren't we?
We're into it.
So lack of preparation / lack of time is making you feel unmotivated because you always feel like you're playing catch up. So second thing, lack of support. So I don't know about you guys, but if I'm ever on, I don't want to call it a diet, but if I'm really trying to lean out, whatever you want to say, if I'm on my diet, on my cut, and I'm like seriously on it, and then I go home and Cam's like, oh, do you want a biscuit? Oh, do you want takeaway? Oh, I can't bother to cook, so we'll just go without. And I'm like, the lack of support there. And obviously it's not just the partner. Sometimes it's going to be like your parents, your sister, your flatmate, your roommate, wherever you work. I know a lot of people will go back into work now, especially before Christmas, but now we'll go back into the office and people will bring in their sweets, bring in their chocolates, bring in their cakes because they're sick of them in their own house. And they're like, I just need to fucking get rid of these. Like, I'm going to take them to work. And then Sally from accounting, we're going to eat them because I'm not going to touch them. And this poor Sally, like, sabotaging her diet. Or even worse, Sally brings hers in, sabotages your diet. So the lack of support there. And this is not a motivation issue. This is because you haven't prepared, you haven't set your time, and you haven't asked for the support. So when you are in a relationship or in any kind of relationship, friendship, partnership, business, whatever, you need to ask for support. You need to tell your boss, your colleagues, your partner, your sister, whoever you live with, your dogs, this is my goal and this is why it's important to me. And then if they are wonderful human beings, which I'm sure they are, they will be then supporting you. There's nothing worse than like going, like New Year's Eve, for example. New Year's Eve is coming up. If you've got like a friend's party or something you're going to go to and you're like, right, I'm not drinking. I've just had enough. It was just too much over Christmas. Too much matcha Baileys, too much. And now you're like, that's it. I'm not going to have any. Then you go to a party, everyone's like, have a drink. And you're like, oh, no, go fuck yourself. I don't want to drink. And they're like, no, you have to have a drink. Or you're boring, or you feel like you're going to be outcast, or your social anxiety starts to like build up. Like, that is lack of support. You need to tell them, like, I'm not going to drink. I'm going to come to the party. I'm not going to drink. I've had enough. Please do not ask me if I want to drink because I'm finding it very difficult to say no at the minute. I mean, it might make you out sound like an alcoholic, but if it gets them off your back, wherever, and let them think that. So you need to ask for support. Do you reckon?
100%.
And I think it's not only that as well, but like with, for example, our clients and stuff, we always support them. So if they are struggling with something, or if they need a new program, or if they're just not feeling motivated that week because I don't know, because they're sick like me, or like Alicia, she asked, didn't she? She messaged and said, I'm sick. What should I do? Should I go to the gym and take it early? Should I burn it off? What should I do? And we were just like, just go for a walk. Just don't even go to the gym. Just that kind of support as well, to let them know that you are on the right track as well.
Sometimes you just need a nod. You just need a nod.
Yeah.
Doing all right.
Yeah. Bloody crack on. You're going to be all right. Okay, so the next, the final third and final one is not reviewing. So not reviewing your goals. This is why in our coaching programs, we have check-ins. Sometimes they're weekly if you're like one-to-one clients, sometimes they're monthly. So different amounts of reviews, but you guys need to be reviewing yourself. If I was to start a brand new business from scratch, I'd have to review my goals each week. I couldn't just be like, why aren't I a millionaire yet? Like, that's not what happens. So I'd have to like try something, review it. Is it working? Yes. Carry on going. Is it working? No. Fob that off. Next week, review, change something else, review it, refine, double down, triple down. All of those things are going to help you get to the area. So if you are just going to, I nearly said a club, then a weight loss club that weighs you once a week, like some sort of animal at a zoo. That's right. It's in Vegas. It's just like stand on the scale. Yeah, you're a good girl, you're a naughty girl. Like that's what it is. So if you were part of one of these weight loss clubs, then you're going to review your progress once a week, and it's going to be based on that singular number. Doesn't matter if you felt like shit all week. Doesn't matter if you've trained really hard. Doesn't matter if you've undereaten or something terrible has happened in your life. Like, they don't give a shit. They don't care about that. So you're not reviewing your goals. Doesn't matter if you're looking smaller, if you're feeling better, if you're more energetic. Like, that doesn't matter. If that scale has not got down, you have failed. That's a very bad way of reviewing. So things that you should be reviewing and how frequently. So I think the first thing would be your weight. You should weigh every single day under the same circumstances. Get up, go for a wee, have a poo, weigh in the same clothes. So whether that's in your underwear or in your pajamas or wherever, and then have a drink, have food, whatever you're going to do. Always do it in that order and weigh every single day. This is going to help you. Oh my God, Faye, no. It's going to be fine. It's going to help you understand what's going to make your weight go up and what's going to make your weight go down. For example, if I have a massive bowl of pasta or a massive bowl of rice tonight, I'm probably going to be heavier tomorrow, especially if I cover it in oil and I have loads of salt. Like, literally salt and carbs and oil will make you heavier. It doesn't mean it makes you fatter, but it makes you heavier. Okay, so the next day will be heavy. I could lose 4 pounds overnight just by going in the bath tonight. Like, now it's 7:15, not eating for the rest of the day, having an Epsom salt bath. So sitting in that boiling hot bath, like boiling like some carrots or something. I could literally, like, my brain. Sitting there boiling like some carrots on Christmas morning, like to sweat it all out. And tomorrow I could be lighter. That doesn't mean I'm any smaller. It just means I'm dehydrated. Okay, so you need to review your weight every single day. What else do they need to review?
So probably body measurements are probably one of the best ones. Obviously, like up and down, and depending what phase we're in, you've got like the waist. Obviously, we want it to be going down slowly. So like every like 2 weeks. I don't sometimes think measurements every week is a bit too much because it can take a while for the body to change. And again, if you don't get that feedback, sometimes people take it the wrong way and then go the other way and they just binge out. So measurements are probably one of the best thing, like every 2 to 4 weeks, 2, 3, 4 is fine.
Yeah, I would say 4. Personally, I like 4. And so as a woman, I typically get my clients to do busts, so the biggest part around their boobs and their back, the smallest part around their waist, which is a couple of inches above the belly button normally, and then the widest part. Actually, I do the hips, so the love handles, the widest part, and then the widest part around your bum as well. Like, you should be measuring that every 2 to 4 weeks. And hopefully what you'll find is, okay, so your boobs might go down, but that is not necessarily boobs. It might be, but it's also going to be your back fat as well. So, you know, when you've got your bra on and you get that, like, you know what I'm talking about, girls. Like, when you get that, that can go down. That's how you lose the weight. It comes off from around that area. Your waist, obviously, we want that going down. Then your bum. Sometimes girls want this going up. So we're not always too fussed if we see that going up, but we're not bothered. We're not scared of that. That means we're going in the right direction. If the other things are going down, the bum's going up. That's what we want. Next thing is photos, progress pictures. So you should be taking pictures front, side, back in the same position, either hands up, hands out, hands down, whatever, but do the same pose every single time you take pictures. So my coaches have always wanted me to do weekly. I get my clients to do every 2 to 4 weeks kind of thing, just because I know it's just a bit of a ball ache to do them basically every single week. It is good to see them each week, but it takes a little bit of effort. So yeah, do that. If you haven't got anyone to take a picture for you and you don't really know how to use like the self-timer thing, all you've got to do is film yourself standing in those positions, hold it for a couple of seconds, then go back through and screenshot them, and then you've got them. Okay, you've got them in the gallery. You can use like the app, the Instagram app Layout, or you can use Canva, which is what we use for all of ours. Other things to review that are not physical or weight-based. Your strength at the gym, your performance at the gym.
Clothes size, dress size.
Clothes size, yeah. how you feel like energy wise, your digestion. Are you pooping? Are you pooping healthy, or are you not having very good poops? Yeah, like blood sugar crashes. Are you relying on caffeine, or your sleep? Yeah, and your mood. I think they're like the key things that you should be reviewing. So it does seem like a lot, but if you are doing this properly and you are tracking these things each week, you'll notice varieties, you'll notice changes, and then you can go in and be like, okay, I need to change this, I need to change that, I need to change this. So if you're not reviewing, you'll be like, oh, am I losing weight? Am I don't know. I don't feel like it, so I'm not going to bother. But if you are reviewing, you could see it go, your weight going down. You could be like, yes, I'm making progress, or my pictures are looking different, or you might be like, yes, I'm getting stronger at the gym. Like that is progress. I'm feeling more motivated. That is why lack of reviewing is your third problem when it comes to motivation. So the three things that you need to be doing, or the three problems that are stopping you from being motivated. The first thing is your lack of preparation. So you always feel like you're chasing your tail. You never feel like you're getting anywhere. You haven't got time, and you just want to give up all the freaking time. Number two, lack of support. Your partner's sabotaging you. Work is sabotaging you. Life is sabotaging you. Like people are just pissing you off, and you just have to have that chocolate bar. Like the lack of support from around you. And a lot of the time, this is going to be you not asking for the support as well. Girls, your partner is not a mind reader. As much as we like to believe that, we have a go at them for not understanding how we feel, but really it's down to us to tell them, and hopefully they'll try and understand. And then the third thing is you not reviewing your goals. Therefore, you don't know if you're working, what you're doing is working, or if you're just being pushed back in the wrong direction. So you should be reviewing your goals, your progress, every week.
Yeah, you've got lots of ways to do it. Just pick 1, 2, 3, or whatever's easiest. I think they're like three of the boringest things, but it's how you do it, whether it's business, life, relationship. If you can like review it, if you can prepare for it, if you can ask for the extra support, it's definitely going to help.
Yeah, and I think like the key thing here is not to rely on motivation, because motivation is fleeting. So say let's do like a relationship kind of thing. So excuse me, say you are dating on Tinder or something like that, or wherever you app you want to be on. So you're on there and you're like flicking through, you're making real effort. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna go on this date. I'm gonna choose, I'm choosing this guy or girl, whoever you wanna. I'm choosing this person. I'm gonna wear this. We're gonna go here. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. You're gonna make time for it. So you're pretty motivated, and the outcome you want from that is obviously you want a relationship, or just a night relationship, wherever, and maybe you want to. I think so there's a fire then, and then you want to have a family, get married, or whatever you want to do with it. So you really make the effort for it, but kind of as time goes on, and like I think when you're early in a relationship, you ask for support, and you're like, this is what I like, or this is what I don't like, or shall we do this, or shall we do that, or it's a bit more of a conversation. And you kind of talk to your friends, and you're like, oh, I met this guy, he was all right, he was in bed, he was fine, or wherever, maybe he snores, or maybe he pees with the door open, and you tell your friends this. It's kind of like a little self-review or a little relationship review. But then as time goes on, you kind of just like let it go a little bit. Date nights are a bit like, not really motivated to get dressed and go out in the dark and the rain and the wet. 6 months ago, you would have been. You just kind of, in a relationship, you kind of just be like, I don't really want to communicate. I'll just see how it goes. That's just the way he is. I'll just deal with it. And then you don't review. So you're not like talking to your friends as much. Actually, you're not really saying much nice probably about them at all. You're probably just slagging them off and using it as a bit of a gossip sesh. So you can see if this was your, replace a boyfriend or wherever you want there with gym or with your weight loss journey, it's quickly going to go to shit. So that's why you and your partner obviously make time for dates, you communicate, unless you don't want that kind of relationship, in which case that's fine. But you need to stop relying on motivation and really start to understand where you want to go, who you want to go with, and how you want to get there. So do those 3 things. Prepare,
I think that
support,
was like
review.
the world's longest analogy.
I think it was a good one, though.
It was good.
There were 3 points to cover, wasn't there? So I had to draw from personal experience. Okay, yeah, that's fine then. I'm done.
Right, is that it? The magical 3 that no one wants to do.
That'll make a whole lot of difference. Gonna close?
When are we back? Tomorrow? Tuesday?
It's Tuesday today, love.
It's Twixmas.
It's that week that no one knows what day it is. So it's Wednesday tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll be here Wednesday and Friday, is it?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Mm.
We'll surprise you.
See you
If you
soon.
have any questions, just send us a message.
Yeah, see you soon. Bye.